Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alfaynie Axelfa. I'm from 6A, and today I would like to talk about slang and jargon. Talking about slang and jargon together are parts of a colloquial vocabulary of English language. They both are very confusing processes and everyday vocabulary usage. So, first of all, we will apply to a dictionary explanation in a way to understand the differences between these two similar words. I would like to start with slang. Slang in Oxford Dictionary is a type of language consisting of words and phrases that are regarded as very informal, are more common in speech than writing. In other words, slang is the use of informal words and expressions that are not considered standard in the speaker's language or dialect, but are considered acceptable in certain social settings. And it is created by someone or a group of people have a shared expression. They may be new words or the old ones used with a new meaning. The desire to say old things in the new way leads to slang. When something becomes very common in our daily life, we are likely to make up new words for it. Slang is a part of every profession, trade, sport, and social group. Slang often involves the creation of new meanings for existing words. It is common for such novel meaning to differ significantly from the standard meaning. Just like, for example, when we are saying to someone like, you are cold, it doesn't mean like you are cold or freezing. Cool in this context, it means like you are great or very good, impressive or good looking. People often object to slang. They feel it is impolite or weakness of a person's vocabulary. Yet slang can enliven speech and writing when used appropriately. A comment over language involves the power to make up a new expression or use old expression for new purposes. I would like to give you another example of slang. For example, it is common we found in our daily life, especially for teenagers. Like they usually say that I have crush on you. Crush in this context means like I have feeling for you. And the other example again, like if we are using Twitter, it's very common, like spilling the tea. Spilling the tea doesn't mean like spill of the tea. It means like share the rumor or share the information, or we can call it as gossip. Okay, move to the next explanation. It's about jargon. Okay, now we are talking about jargon. Jargon in Oxford Dictionary, it is defined as the language, especially the vocabulary to a particular trade, profession, a group, just like medical jargon or police jargon. Jargon is a term that is used to describe a set of words that have a specific meaning in a specific context. Jargon, the terminology of a science, technology, art, profession, trade, or craft. The term has also come to mean the official of government. In earlier times, the terms jargon would refer to trade language used by people who spoke different native tongue to communicate in other words. The terms cover the language used by people who work in particular area or who have a common interest, much like slang. It can develop as a kind of shorthand to express ideas that are frequently discussed between members of the group. Though it can also be developed deliberately using chosen term, a standard term may be given more precise or unique usage among practitioners of a field. Example of jargon is like business jargon. For example, bang for the buck. The term that means to get the most for your money. And another example of business jargon is like chief workday, chief cook, and bottle washer, or a person who holds many responsibilities. The other example of jargons, it is very particular in internet. We also we can see it every day in internet, just like by the way, or we can it's BTW by the way, or TTYL talk to you later, or BFF best friend forever, and love or laugh out loud. It is very particular in internet, and we also found it in internet every day and everywhere. Okay. Example, I will give you another example, just like example of political jargon, just like left swing, or it just means political jargon for liberal, progressive viewpoint, right wing, jargon meaning the conservative viewpoint, getting on the soapbox, or it means making a speech in public. Okay, after we'll talk about these two, about jargon and slang, we can conclude the difference between jargon and slang. Okay, start from the definition. Jargon is a particular type of language that is used by those engaged in a specific profession or activity. Meanwhile, slang is a type of language consisting of words and phrases that are regarded as very informal. The differences in writing context is jargon can be used in both written or spoken context. Meanwhile, slang is only used in spoken language. And then the differences in context of formality level. Jargon is not informal and can be used in professional context. Meanwhile, slang is informal and cannot be used in professional context. Okay, I think that's all the explanation about jargon and slang. I hope you can get the point of this explanation. Okay, at least I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.